most people don't know this, but the Catechism of the Catholic Church actually talks about this exactly. It says this in paragraph 1634, difference of confession between the spouses does not constitute an insurmountable obstacle for marriage when they succeed in placing in common what they have received from their respective communities and learn from each other the way in which each lives in fidelity to Christ. So here it's saying you can, it's not insurmountable, you can marry somebody of a different faith, but the church goes on and gives us this warning. But the difficulties of mixed marriages must not be underestimated. They arise from the fact that the separation of Christians has not yet been overcome. The spouses risk experiencing the tragedy of Christian disunity even in the heart of their own home. Disparity of cult can further aggravate these difficulties. Differences about faith and the very notion of marriage, but also different religious mentalities, can become sources of tension in marriage, especially as regards the education of children. The temptation to religious indifferentism can arise. And this should make sense to all of us because your religion determines how you interpret reality. If you and your spouse don't have the same religion, the same data is going to come into you and have different effects. Somebody who's a Protestant will see a statue of Mary in the living room and think it's idolatrous and evil. Somebody who is Catholic will see a statue of Mary in the living room and think it's beautiful and a wonderful expression of the Catholic faith. If you don't see the world the same way, how are you going to maintain a relationship that lasts throughout your entire life? And more important than that, how are you going to maintain a relationship that's the foundation of your children's upbringing? How are you going to be stable to raise the kids and to teach them faith and morals if you and your spouse can't even get along or agree about what's good and what's evil?